Hi, I'm Ev and I help people understand astrology. So today, right now, as I'm filming, we have a whole lineup of planets in Aries. So what does that mean exactly? Well, today, Mercury, the planet of communication, interaction, exchange, intelligence, how we process, how we think, is in the very quick sign of Aries. Quick because Aries is fire. So look at fire. Look in a candle and gaze at that fire. So you get the feel of that energy. That's what real astrology is about. And a lot of people don't get it. All these people that are promoting astrology, they haven't spent enough time to gather the wisdom and brilliance of astrology. So on my day off, I connect with nature. As you could see, I'm lounging around outside, playing with my plants, my garden, which is very earthy, right? And I'm enjoying the breeze. That's the air. The fire of the sun. That's fire. Aries. So this is the first time in our history, anyone born now, or anyone living now, even if they're 150 years old, they've never seen the likes of Aries pile up like now. So that means that it's a new moon on top of it. So there's a lot going on. See, astrology is not like, tell me what Saturn in the first house means. It's too complex. You understand? And if you're already bored with my content, you have no business approaching astrology. Astrology, you need a lot of focus because there's so much going on. You need to be mentored. When I went through the medical arena, I not only learned everything through academics and the book notes and everything else, but then we had to apply what we learned in the laboratory. But yet we still didn't know what it really meant to work in the medical community, because there's all this behind the scenes stuff that was never revealed, that if you make a mistake, innocent patients are going to die, that when they're given a diagnosis, that their quality of life may suffer from the treatment, etc. So I'm digressing, but you need to really understand the potency of astrology, the depth of astrology, and that you have to be thorough. And when I mean thorough, you got to look at every component, 4 components of astrology, and how they impact you. So we have this pileup of planets in Aries. And that pileup has to do with a lot of energies. So we have the fire, which is the characteristic that these planets are going to exhibit, how they're going to operate. So Mercury, for example, was in the sign of Pisces, okay, prior. That was emotional, water, going with the flow, all right? Not structured. Now it's intelligence, it's social, and it's quick, very quick, all right? So Aries has that energy of being quick, independent, and all about self, but beginnings. And this liftoff. Look at the rocket. This rocket. There are people around the planet that don't live in this area, the United States. Um, they had no idea that this Artemis 2 went up. No idea. They didn't see it anywhere on their social media and their news. Interesting, isn't it? Is it censorship? What is it? We don't know. So we only know, and when you say I know, the know it all in astrology is Aquarius. All right. So we have Pluto in Aquarius. So how we know things is going to be transformed. We need to understand that because that's the backdrop. That's like on stage, that's the backdrop curtain. All right. That's what's going on for like 17 years, whatever. So Aries build up. Aries line up. Quick. It's in the new moon. New moon is the sun and the moon together. When that happens, it's a time to brainstorm, especially with Aries and especially with Mercury, because it has to do with thinking. If you are not taking advantage of writing things down, putting it on paper, long range goals, short range goals, and start brainstorming, you're missing out. Because this is where this intention goes straight to the universe. What is the universe? It's pure intelligence. That's a creator. Okay? That's a creator. And the creator did all of this in nature. And if you don't believe there's abundance in the creation, it's always expanding. Or has it always been in existence? We don't know. But we're learning through higher technology, through the cameras that we're using and the space program, that the vision of the universe and the telescopes that are out there. Check out the GPL, Jet Propulsion Lab, which creates the ephemeris, which is the tabulation of planets and celestial bodies as they move through the cosmos. That's what astrologers use. So everything is linked to one another. That's what they mean when they say we're all one. We're one community. Humanitarian. That's also Aquarius. So Aries again is the start of the astrological new year, the start of the season. Aries. 0 degrees Aries is spring, the spring equinox. So we just had that. So we are now going to use these planets of Aries in Aries to rocket and lift off our intentions. And that will affect the rest of your lives, my friends. The rest of your lives. Tell me if you thought the video was way too long. Tell me if it was boring. Tell me if you liked it. And, if you like it, follow so you don't miss anything, because I'm very random when it comes to posting. I schedule the minimal so you guys get little drips and drabs, but every now and then I'll do a long video when there's a lot going on. And I'm going to be posting some more behind the scenes stuff that I do. But I have to be careful of not oversharing like people's identities and things like that. So that's a slippery slope. All my love. Talk to you later. Can't wait to hear from you.